the crows and the owls are enemies. One day, the birds of a jungle gathered to choose their king. An owl was perched on a tree nearby. The discussion went on for hours. Finally, a parrot suggested the owl should be our king. The owl couldn't see anything in the daylight, but heard everything clearly. He was glad. As the birds started preparing for the coronation ceremony, a crow whispered to the other birds, "How can we crown the owl? He gets blind during the day and is ugly." The birds thought about this and postponed the king's election to another day. All the birds flew away except the parrot. The owl wondered why the coronation ceremony had not begun. He asked, "Why is everybody silent?" The parrot replied, "A crow said that you are ugly and blind. All the birds have left." The owl was furious. Since that day, crows and owls became the biggest enemies. The hare and the elephants. It was a hot summer. Waters in the lake had dried up. King Elephant called his subjects and said, "I know of a huge lake in another forest. Let's go there." They marched towards that forest and reached the lake after 5 nights. The elephants were so ecstatic to see water that they unknowingly trampled across a colony of hares and killed many of them. The elephants would daily march to the lake and trample upon the colony of hares. One day, a wise hare went to King Elephant and said, "Your Majesty, our powerful King Moon has forbidden you from drinking the water of this lake." The hare guided the elephant to the lake through a long route. By the time they reached the lake, the moon was shining in the sky. The hare pointed to the moon's reflection in the lake and said, "Our king is shaking with anger." King Elephant saw the trembling moon reflecting in waters and apologized to the hare before leaving the forest along with the other animals. The hares lived happily ever after. The monkey and the hottie bird. There was a mango tree by a river. It was home to many birds who lived on its branches. A little bird lived there too. She had worked hard collecting straws, leaves, and feathers to build her nest. She was proud of her lovely home. One evening, it rained heavily. All the birds and the animals took shelter in their homes. A monkey who was playing near the mango tree took shelter under it. He was drenched. The proud bird saw the monkey and said, "Why didn't you build a home before the rainy season?" The monkey did not like what the bird said and screamed, "Keep quiet, little bird." The haughty bird continued, "Had you worked hard before, you wouldn't be shivering now, but you monkeys keep lazing around." The monkey lost his temper. With one blow, he sent the nest shattering on the ground. The bird stared in disbelief. The lion in a bad mood. One morning, King Lion was in a bad mood. Queen Lioness had told him that he had bad breath. He wanted to confirm the same, so he called upon his three counselors, the sheep, the wolf, and the fox. First, he asked the sheep, "Do I have bad breath?" The sheep bowed and said, "Your Majesty, your breath smells terrible." The lion pounced upon the sheep and killed it. Then came the wolf. Scared of the lion, he said, "Dear king, your breath is as fresh as a flower in spring." The lion knew the wolf was lying and squashed him. Now it was the fox's turn. The lion asked the same question. The fox coughed, sneezed, and blew her nose, and whispered, "Your Majesty, I have a nasty cold. I cannot smell anything." The lion believed the fox and let her go. Her wisdom had saved her life.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.